Welcome back to another episode. I know it's been raining, snowing, sunshine. Despite all that, you know, we're living our best life.
It's an earthquake too.
An earthquake too?
Yeah, you hear about the earthquake
I
yesterday?
did not hear about the earthquake.
There was an
But
earthquake
that's how good I'm
yesterday.
living. Like, like the ground can be shaking underneath me, and I'm
We
just
still
thinking it's
good.
just me. So welcome back to More Than Lyrics.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
My man G over here. You know I'm Bobby, and we have another wonderful guest here with more information. So, you know the question. The first question we're going to ask you is, what does More Than Lyrics means to you?
Well, what More Than Lyrics means to me, number one, just appreciate what you guys are doing for the community. So like literal sense, what More Than Lyrics means for the community of Omaha, you know, putting a spotlight on artists and dope things that are happening. We need this in the city. So let's start there, you know, inspirational.
Thank you.
And then the philosophical
Let's hear it.
philosophical side of things, I think More Than Lyrics to me is like a lifestyle, like because I'm an artist, musician, just multifaceted, like creative, and I see how lyrics affects people's minds on a day-to-day basis, whether they know it or not. You know, if you're consuming lyrics that are always negative, over the next course of the next 3 to 6 months, you're gonna adopt some part of those lyrics into your psyche.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So for me, lyrics is not just something you put in a song, but it's like a mantra, you know, a way how you live your life. Like it's like a code of conduct. Like whatever you put into a song better be how you want to live your life day in and day out, and how you want somebody else to live their life. So
That's good. I'm glad you
I
like
said
spoke on
you
that.
are not going to be somebody that repeats what somebody else says. It's like
Not at all.
everybody has something original to say, but that is gospel, what you just said.
It's funny because this morning I was taking my boys to school and they're like, "Dad, Mom listens to music with bad words." And then she starts saying bad words. And it's exactly like you said, like what's coming into your ears and your eyes is what comes out. So thank you for
Subliminal
articulating that.
messaging.
Yep,
That is
it's
finest.
programming.
Yes.
So we kind of skipped over introduction.
Yep. And now it's time for him to please introduce yourself and tell us what you're about.
all right. I go by the name of Deforrest. That's my government name. That's the name that I use to run all my different endeavors under. And then my artist name is Yahwiz, the YAH, like the name of God, and then Wiz is short for wisdom. So God and wisdom.
Nice.
That's what's up, man. So we go way back, like so back I don't even remember.
I know. Yeah. When I see your face, I was like, oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, I think your hair is a little shorter than mine was too back then. But so we met through Boby Christian Center. The faith is a big, strong foundation.
Yep.
And it is for you too.
Yep.
Why don't you talk about a little bit about that? We'll get into like the art and the creative stuff.
Okay. Yeah,
Let's talk
for
about your
sure, for
faith.
sure. For me, I think faith is something that I started to pick up as I got older. When I was younger, I had faith, but I didn't understand how important it was. But the best way that I could probably relate it to like people in a short amount of time is like it's like not having faith is like trying to always keep up with the newest iPhone. You know what I mean? Like you get the iPhone 12. And in 8 months, they drop an iPhone 13. Now you got to get the iPhone 13. Otherwise, you're going to be like, dang, I don't got the latest iPhone.
Yeah.
Like, that's how life is, you know. There's always something newer, always something shinier, always something better, always something faster. And you just living your life just trying to attain that. And you'll never attain it unless you keep on trying to chase it. And that's when I started to understand faith, where it's like God says, like, I will fulfill all your desires. You know, they could drop an iPhone 200 tomorrow and I'll be all right. You know, just me and the Lord, you know, doing what he say do is good for me. He might tell me to throw my phone in the trash and I'll be heart full.
Trash can have my phone.
Yep.
That's crazy because I got the iPhone 13 and I was thinking about upgrading, but I'm like, I don't think
the right. Lord, are you using Deforrest to tell me to keep my iPhone?
I never try to upgrade my phone. They call me. It's like, you know, you ain't gonna upgrade your phone in about 6 years. You know, they actually were like, I feel like they sabotaged my phone. Like, I'm like, I can't make, everything's going wrong.
Yeah.
And I go to the store and they was like, finally, we got you. We had to
Right,
do something
right,
to get you.
right.
I did this on purpose.
Yeah.
They push that button.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's what faith means to me. It's just like, instead of chasing things that are always going to lead to emptiness, there is something that is readily available to you that can fulfill you and make you whole every day. You
Contentment.
can live in pursuit of that.
So
good,
was it a Holy Spirit moment one day, like you were sitting down, and then you was like, or little by little things were happening. Maybe somebody said something, and you just saw some things, and it's just like this gradual thing. And it's like, you know what? It's time for a overhaul of my life.
Yeah, it was like little by little, because at first, like I was making, like I had did some R&B albums and stuff like that, like nothing crazy, but just like some R&B rap type stuff, like chill but really cool, like stuff for people to play at some parties and stuff like that. And I remember just playing the album back, and it was doing well. Then I started getting like noticed around the city and stuff, which is what I wanted to happen. And I remember just going out and like, different people coming up to me like, oh yeah, I really like your album, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh yeah, yeah. Then I was just in the studio one day, and I just can't really explain it. I know it was God, but back then I didn't know. I couldn't explain it. I just knew it was like every time somebody plays your music, like at a party, and like they sing with your track in the background, you don't have to see me. And I was just like, so I stopped making music for like 3 years. So that was like a big portion, of life for me, where I stopped making music because I didn't want to deal with that. So I was just messing around, doing stuff in the studio and everything. And then one day, like I started getting closer to God after that. And then one day I was like praying. I was asking God, like, what do you want me to do? Like, I just spent my whole life, like, I done went to school for music, like everything. Like, no one could tell me that I wasn't going to be a successful musician. And as I'm on the path to success, you cut it off. You know what I mean? So what do you want me to do? And then that was when God was like, I'll give y'all like the longer story. So I was literally driving a box truck, and I was hating every second of it, didn't like it. And I was like, guys, so you want me to be a truck driver? Like, that's how I
Just get this truck on my life.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to downgrade myself to please you.
I was like, if you want to be a truck driver, just say it then. Just say it. And so I was driving on the highway that day, and I was like, it was a crazy busy day too. And then there was these cars driving by. So it was like a BMW and like a broke down Honda and like a Nissan. And this is like the first time where I knew that like the voice of God was like speaking to me in my spirit. It was like, what does that Nissan say? And I was like, well, it's probably like a soccer mom or something. It was like, well, what does that Honda say? And I was like, well, probably a person, like, they don't have that much money. They're going through some struggles in life or whatever. And then the BMW was like, what is that BMW? It was like, probably some rich bachelor guy. Now, we know that none of that could be true. But at that point, what God was showing me was that media is something that's always around us. So then I was driving through some neighborhoods, and it was like a beat down neighborhood. He's like, what type of people do you think live in that neighborhood? I was like, probably, a certain demographic. And in a nice neighborhood, what type of people live over there? And so we don't realize it, but we're receiving messaging all day.
Yeah.
Whether it's true or not, like, my grandma, came from the hood. She was a great lady. So I'm not saying that everybody that live in the hood is bad, but we receive all that all the time. And so then that's when God told me, was like, start a media company. So that was when I was like, finally, I can get back to doing some creativity. So that's kind of like what brought me up to this point right now.
What does that look like, a media company? Like, what's the product?
Yeah. So I want to do a multimedia studio called Studio 1 Billion. The idea behind 1 billion is like everything we do, like we want to take it like just one level higher. So like, I want to make a movie. We're like, well, let's try to make a movie that reaches like all the nations. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's think bigger. And so right now, working on a short film called Diamonds and Gold with excellent also fellow brother in Christ named Kevin Kabor. Dude is a phenomenal photographer. He just landed a Union Arts Collective deal over off of North 24th Street. Dude is really phenomenal, been all over the world. He's like my official like DP. And then I have a music studio off of 84th and La Vista. Got some drums in there, guitars in there. keyboard in there, a nice sound console and stuff like that. So I go in there and I produce a lot, like late at night, kind of like a studio rat. Like I just don't really like go in there and like work. I go in there and tinker. Yeah.
Sounds like my every night. Every night tinkering.
Yeah, go in there and tinker. Then I have a platform called Sound Connect, and the idea behind Sound Connect is that to compete with music labels, you really need a team. Like we were kind of talking about that before the show went. And so I was like, what if I could take the brain of a team and put it into a platform to where every artist can kind of have their own team in their pocket, or at least get some of the assistance that you would get from having a team. What if I could provide that service? So doing all of those things, which is a lot, but just putting it together one step at a time, trusting in God, praying in the morning and working in the evening.
Yeah.
That's cool. That Sound Connect, that's available now?
Yep. It's on the Apple Store right now. I'm working with someone to try to get it to Google Play. Google Play is tough, but yeah, it's on the Apple Store right now.
I'm going to download that now.
Yeah.
I told you I'm working on the album, so
Yeah.
definitely interested to see what kind of, you using AI with it, behind it?
No. So right now it's just building off of like keywords and stuff like that. So basically, like if you're a Christian artist and I'm a Christian artist, when you sign up on a platform, then we'll be linked with each other. Like we'll receive recommendations to link with each other, help each other in their career, because that's what an agent would do. They'll say, hey, did you know the agent will know all these people in the industry that's doing things everywhere, and then they'll take you as a beginning, budding, talented artist and connect you with what they're doing. So essentially, that's what the platform will do for you. So right now in the beginning stages, like I've talked with a lot of venues in Omaha, and they're pretty excited about it, bolstering their business. So talking with venue owners right now, connecting artists with venues that need more bookings, and then connecting artists with other artists that want to grow and are like-minded, just to keep it kosher. But yeah, man.
Okay.
I'm excited about it.
Are you going to limit yourself to how many artists you're going to work with, or?
On the platform?
Yeah.
No, we're starting in Omaha right now. So literally the app has been live for like 3 days. And so right now, currently, my goal is just to try and help like as many artists as I can in the city and solve problems. So you may use the platform and reach out to me like, hey, Deforrest, I really like what you got going on, but it would help if these other aspects were added, and I want to go in, provide that service before we go from Omaha to, Minnesota or a different city.
It's kind of your launching board.
Yeah. He's trying to get to that light.
I got the most active kids,
to
man.
That
That's awesome, man. I think that's definitely something that's valuable for artists. And when we were talking about it, you're saying this is something that you wish that you had when you started making music.
Yeah.
And that's something that can help people springboard their platforms, their career, kind of jump ahead of the curve.
Absolutely. It's like, the way I see it in the ideal situation is someone gets done working on an album in the basement. They spent, bajillion hours probably learning how to mix because they can't afford a mixing engineer. They spent, to them, $1 bajillion on software, plugins, subscriptions, microphones, and MIDI controllers and all that type of stuff. And then, then they get done doing what they're doing, and they're like, man, like it would be nice to do a show. And it's just kind of like, okay, now you're selling tickets, you got your show. That's to where for me, it was like a whole nother business plan. It's like, okay, now I done bought the speakers, microphone, software, all of that. And now I got to doggone figure out how to create a mailing list with venues, meet different artists, some artists you like, some artists you don't like. It was a headache, And then the person I did meet that was willing to do a show for me, like they told me they liked my music, which I believe them, and maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But at the end of it, once we sold all of our tickets, so it was me and my best friend, we sold all of our tickets. Like we had to bring the money back to them because they're like, oh, well, I booked the show, I did the lineup, I did the promotion, whatever type of promotion that was, whether it's just sticking a flyer on the door, I didn't know. And then we were only supposed to get a cut of it because they kind of put the whole thing together. So I was like, why do I need you?
That hurts so bad.
Yeah.
And that's the industry that if you want an opportunity to get some face time, somebody else that has not sat there day and night with you, that was
Exactly.
not invested in your program,
Mm-hmm.
to just gas you up and see you as, you know, a potential income.
Right.
And, you know, at the end of the day, we kid ourselves and say, well, it's the sacrifice you have to make to move forward, because we need a team to get to that point.
Right.
But some people in the team ain't there for the team.
Right.
Right.
You know, some people ain't, they're not doing, they just on the sidelines.
yeah.
And they never get in the game.
Yep.
But they getting paid the same.
Yep. So I'm like, man, let me create a platform. We don't need you.
Yeah.
You're an app now.
Yeah.
And then when somebody wants to actually play the game right, there'll be a benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I noticed you were saying you had some instruments as well. You play all those instruments?
I know like music theory, so I'll dabble around on the keyboard. Like if I have enough time and a nice piano roll, I can put together some really nice progressions and stuff. But my native instrument is drums. You know, I get on the drums and I don't have to think. You know, it's just go.
Do you do session work for your clients?
Not really. Mostly just my friends. I'm really picky when it comes to music. Like I can really say like I'm a diva. I know I'm a diva for sure. It's just because like when you're doing music, you really want to believe in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
That's not a negative thing.
Okay.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be that way. You can't accept any old junk that people throw at you. You know, and then you don't give it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I do session work. I have a friend out in New York. His name is David. I just gotta shout out all my friends, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's killing right now. He's killing right now. He's like traveling, touring all over the world. Also, PK, brother in Christ, you know. So we out here.
How'd you get started with music?
I was
Trying to get out of here.
Yeah, man. I was born into the church.
That's what we were talking about.
I was born into the church. 3 years old. My grandma was singing. My uncles had a group called the Reeds. And so I just in the pew, just listening to music my whole life, you know. And then, doggone my mom, she used to always have the music on 11 in the car, everywhere. And I'm talking, she'd be playing like she never played the radio. She always played like Earth, Wind, and Fire, and then she would have the bootlegs of like all 80s classics, you know, and then like R&B, like Music Soul Child, and like Let It See and that. So I always grew up on a different frequency than everybody else. Like at that time, the popular rappers was like 50 Cent and like Eminem. And Jay-Z, and I was like not listening to them. Like I'm listening to Music Soul Child.
Yeah.
And I'm playing, man, what song was
Did you
that?
listen to Common, Jill Scott?
Common. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, that Common, I got into Common in high school, man.
Yeah.
All the kids, that was like when Wiz Khalifa was popular.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here downloading Common bops.
Yeah.
Common and Mary J. Blige.
Yeah. Mary J.
That's good music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
you got started in the church, and then that's where you picked up the instruments?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my whole family plays instruments, so it's kind of like just pick one when you're a kid and you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, I wanted a guitar so bad. Like I just thought the guitar was the coolest thing. And I begged my dad for a guitar, and eventually he got me a keyboard. I was so mad. I was so mad. I played with it for a little bit, and like they had the setting on there where it'll teach you the song, and you just play the notes with it, which was cool. But it wasn't the guitar where I wanted to play.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older, I understand. Like had I learned the keyboard, you can imitate those other sounds with the keyboard.
Yeah.
It's the music theory and the foundation that's important.
Absolutely.
That's why Leo, I got him at Noma playing keyboard.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
That's a great program.
But he plays drums too.
Okay.
So,
I still need to get my kids into Noma.
yeah, it's a waiting list.
Is it really?
For sure.
Oh, we need to hop on that.
Hey, shout out to Dana, man.
Yeah, Dana. He's making it happen.
So where do you see your music taking you?
Man, if I can be real, like my biggest inspiration right now, like when I look in the mirror and I just see somebody else doing it, it's probably like Donald Glover.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that because you got
Yeah, I
it's
just
not
have so
just
much
music.
stuff going on. Yeah, and it all fulfills me. Like today, I shot like a microfilm with Kev, and so I didn't really get to get in the studio to do music, but it filled that pot for me. And it was really dope too. Like the concept on it was called like the dead spirit. And so it's about what we're talking about, like what you fill your mind with and stuff. Like you have to see it when it comes out. It's only probably like 45 seconds.
Okay.
But it's just what we're doing to build up. Like we're gonna be starting casting calls and stuff soon. Like we're working on like a little rom-com. It's some stuff, man.
That's
I need to
exciting.
find out where I can apply.
Bobby's like
I
that
acting.
too.
Yeah, I do a little bit of everything.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely
Yeah.
reach out. We're definitely will reach out.
Yeah. One of my big inspirations is Lenny Kravitz and his struggles. It seems like any way a person can struggle, he struggled before he even really could get the music thing the way he wanted it. You know, he like dealing with identity things. You know, his dad was white, his mom was a famous actress, and she was on TV, and they're both saying this is who you are.
Yeah.
You know, and he almost got sent to the military school, and he just wanted to do his music, but the world didn't accept his music. So, you know, he wasn't going to compromise. He did not compromise. He stayed true to his what he wanted to do, and he did it.
It's like you were saying, that's the best art in my opinion.
Yeah.
That it's authentic.
Yeah.
It's something that you really care about, you're really passionate about,
Yeah.
and you're willing to die on the hill. Like,
Yeah.
this is what it's gonna feel
He
like.
did.
This is
He
what it's
did.
gonna
He was living in a
represent.
van. He was like, he didn't have no place to live, and he was not going to sacrifice. And there's no guarantee. How many people don't ever make it
Yeah.
doing the exact same thing?
Yep.
And you see that. And one of the sad things is, you know, and you was mentioning Danny Glover, like I don't really know. I know he does a lot, and pretty much everything he does, I like.
Yeah.
And I like his personality, the way he puts it into everything he
Yeah.
does.
Yep.
So, but I don't really know his struggle. I never.
I mean, he started off acting, but I know for him, like he's half Asian, half black. So he has like that identity deal going on as well. His music is also very eclectic.
Yes.
Very like unique. Like everything about him is different. But then like when he puts it together, you know, it's like, wow, you know. So I can't really speak to his struggle, but what I really admire about him, like he did Atlanta, and then he did help me out. Oh, I got 4 minutes to try to get this out. It was another
He
show.
was in Community.
Yeah.
There was Atlanta, and then there was one after that.
Yeah, he had a show on Amazon Prime, and it was very well, where he was like an assassin or whatever.
Oh yeah. I saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
The Asian girl was pretending to be his wife.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yes.
saw that.
Yes.
Pretending to be his wife.
They were agents.
Yeah.
Oh,
They were
okay.
secret agents.
I thought
Yeah.
you were saying because they were
And they were
actors.
trying to find a way. No, they were trying to make a relationship work.
Yes.
While still doing that.
Yes.
And
Interesting.
you know, life. When somebody's life, like you could have been killed. You know,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
ended the relationship, and
Yeah.
then I was like, yeah, that was.
Yeah,
that
it was
Was
really
it a
cool.
comedy or it was like action?
It was like, yeah, it was his thing.
It was him.
Yeah, it was his thing. It was a comedy, but it was also a very serious show.
Yeah.
Like it was all
check
of
that
it.
out.
Yes.
It made me uncomfortable a couple times.
Yeah. That's
But I
like his
couldn't stop
thing.
watching.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I'm not saying that I'm gonna be exactly like that, but I know like I have that kind of voice,
Yeah.
and like you were saying, like being uncompromising, like it's hard. You know, it's challenging.
Yeah.
Climbing that mountain, like I can't tell you, like when I first got started and I didn't have anything, like just telling people, like, yeah, I'm gonna start a multimedia company and we're gonna do movies, and they're like,
No, understand it.
you know what I mean? So
You heard about what Cat Williams did, where they took the army base, and he turned it into, I guess, by
studio.
his definition, is something so that people don't have to go to Hollywood
okay,
to do the same thing.
wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a big deal, and he did it with an HBCU.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
and I think the way they set it up, the students in the HBCU, I think it's in Alabama, they get their hands on that camera equipment and everything. They literally can make movies all in house, AI, everything,
Yeah, that's so cool.
everything. And Cat Williams.
huge.
So if you get a chance, look up Cat Williams and that HBCU.
I'm gonna check that out. Yeah.
And
Cat
it
Williams.
sounded, when you said what you were doing, it just reminded me. And that's brand new. He was just talking about that. I watched it last week.
Okay, yeah, I got to check that out.
Uh,
Yeah,
and
So-
you're saying Omaha is your foundation?
yeah, I want to do it here. You know, so many creatives feel like they have to leave.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
We don't have time to get into it.
And that's why Cat said he did what he did.
Yeah,
He said,
good.
so our talent doesn't go anywhere and get buried in Hollywood.
Yep.
You know, because, you know, when we walk in and we put the application in, you know, they're not just looking at your application, they're looking at you. They're not seeing like what you can do and what you can bring to the table.
yeah,
So Cat was like, we ain't going nowhere. We're going to
Yeah.
stay here and do our things. We're going to have our movies.
yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
We got about a minute left.
All right.
What is something that you want people to take away from who is Deforrest?
Yes, who I am, a pioneer. You know, a pioneer. I'm not brave. I want to say that. Yeah, I'm not brave. I just didn't quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
there we go.
yeah, yeah. Even in days where I quit for a day, I didn't stay quit. You know, I wake up like anybody else, and I just pray. Like I literally will just pray and trust God and just keep taking them steps forward. And then sometimes you get a phone call like this. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, a little sliver. I
Yeah.
tasted it just a little bit today. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Cam for making the connection.
Yeah.
What about people that want to book you or book studio time or get connected with the Sound
Sound Connect.
Sound Connect? Okay.
Yeah, Sound Connect. You can download it on the App Store. If you want to book studio time, good luck. You got to know somebody. You got to You got to know somebody. Yeah, that's all I can really say.
That's a good problem to have, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing we know him.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right. Cool. And then if people want to contact you,
You can catch me on all platforms. Just type in Deforrest, DeForrest. And don't be shy. Send a DM or something, and I always respond.
cool. Man, thank you for being here. And thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.